Hello and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 on Calmsden Farm. So it is the next day in July. The last episode we did was right at the start of July, and we were obviously busy using auto drive and course blade combined to fill up the bunker. And I have to say, it turned out really well. So I think I left the episode around about 460,000 litres, I think it was. I ended up doing the other field that I left, so the final grass field, filled it all up, carrying on with auto drive. I then compacted it all, got it into this, like you can tell. And yeah, we've got 652,000 litres, and it's 28% fermented. Did take a while to compact this, but I did lease out a bit of a roller with an extra weight on it. It kind of sped things up. It was weird because I actually leased it out, had a weight on it, made me go a lot slower, but it obviously increased the amount that it was compacting, so it could have gone quicker, but it was definitely better to get that. So like I said, we got a lot of silage in here, and I do think it's turned out really well. I like the way that it is. It's pretty much full. I mean, we could have fit a tiny bit more in there, but to me that's pretty much full. So trying to think what to do with this. We're going to obviously keep quite a bit. We haven't got much silage. We've got a lot of hay. We haven't got much silage. We're going to get a bit of straw very soon. But yeah, we'll probably sell the majority of this. Well, I think it'll be best to just sell the majority of it and try and get some cash in. Keep taking some to the biogas plant. Do it that way instead of selling it like we would normally with bales. If we get another cut, which might be difficult to do, we might be able to do it, but we won't wait till it goes just ahead. We'll have to do it a little bit earlier. We can do some silage bales that way and sell. But yeah, been busy. Definitely been busy in between this episode and the last one. And I also went and did a bit of precision farming work on the grass fields, so still need to scan them, but as you can tell, I just put some slurry down. So field 35 and 4, put a lot of slurry down. I emptied the pit itself, so the actual pit that I've got behind the bunker for slurry, that's completely empty now. And I had to use a couple loads of digestate as well. So we've got a bit of digestate left, but not much, and it just did this field. However, with the 40,000 litres of manure, I got to do both these fields. But what is strange with the muck spreader is it always left a bit of a track here. Every now and again I was finding that there was a patch that wouldn't, it just wouldn't pick up the nitrogen. But if I went back over it, it did nothing. And if you look at the texture on the ground, it does seem that the manure has gone onto it. So that's a little bit strange. But you can see the tracks that's been left. But at least it's all fine. We can still work with that and still maximise our next mow or next cut on the grass. So that's the main thing. Still couldn't figure out for the life of me what happened to the nitrogen in field 6, which is a shame because we're now going to start harvesting it in this episode. And I think we're going to take a bit of a hit now because of it, which is, like I said, definitely a shame. So I think what I'll quickly just do is I might fuel this up and then we'll go and get everything set up and we'll start working on getting this linseed done. Hoping to get a decent enough yield. I mean, it's not even fertilised, which I really am disappointed with that because I think we're going to take a knockback when it comes to harvesting this now. But we'll just have to work with it. Really will have to just work with it, unfortunately. Then next time round we'll just keep a track of it, and if I notice it I'll try and reboot or go back to the save game where this hasn't happened. I have seen some comments though of people in the past having issues with nitrogen and precision farming, so I don't know if it's linked to that. I don't know if it's the same issue, but I'm sure a lot of people can tell me in the chat if they've had a similar thing happen to them on Calmsden. And is it just like specific to a field as well? Is it field 6 that it has an issue with? But I guess we'll find out as well ourselves on as we carry on playing and doing more harvests in field 6 and so on. So we're going to be using the JCB, and we're going to obviously cart around with this. It shouldn't need really too much when it comes to this. This trailer will pretty much just do the job. It's not going to be a massive yield. So let's go park this up just somewhere close to the field. Get it out of the way, and then we'll bring down the harvester, and that's all we're going to need to do. I have got the baler down here already. I've connected it to the class, but I think it might need some more power than that. Oh, just hit the tree, which is something you don't want to be doing. Yeah, I think the class, which is about 295 horsepower, Might struggle with that bale. It looks a little bit too big for it, but you never know. I mean, you think about it, 300 horsepower is quite a lot, so you'd expect it to do it, but I guess there's only one way to find out. Right, so that's that done. Like I said, bale is here, all sorted. All we need now is the harvester. So let's jump over to that. Always go the long way round. There we go. And we'll try and, I'd say, we'll try our best to take this down with the harvester. It's ideal to do it on a tractor, really. But, I mean, look at that. We won't even get to it. That's a bit crazy, isn't it? Usually I can hold that, but not this time. So we'll come back for that with the tractor. I'll take this down. It'll make things easier anyway to do it this way. I mean, we might be able to try the shortcut going past the dairy. Right, so I've come back in the John Deere, the 7810, and this header is massive. It really is huge. So actually, since the update to the Calmsden where we've had to start a new save game, this will be the first harvest that I've done. So I expect the harvesters to actually be at 0 hours. Same with this header as well. So it's brand new technically still, but it is the same tools and equipment we carried on with, but I didn't match the hours on it. So I think that should be fine there. We will move the trailer out the way in a second. Let's just get it hooked up. There we go. And I think we're going to have to manually put in the PTO. And I think that should be fine. So let's just scoot this out the way, because we are going to be trying to use a bit of auto drive as normal, probably to drop off into the silo. And we're also going to be doing a bit of course play as well. But I think I might start it off. Go around the field boundary. We want to make sure that we drop straw as well. So everything looks alright there. May as well just get started. Start from here and off we go. So that needs changing. There we go. I was sure that was set up then, but clearly it's not. 6 miles an hour. I mean, I sometimes feel like the header on this just drags a little bit, slows you down, but I think it's just the fact that we are going such a slow speed. But look at the yield, it's very poor. We're talking, we've taken a big hit on this, and it's not the worst soil type as well on this field. I'll just get a bit of cruise control on, I can show you. So if we go over here, and soil type, I mean, this is loam. Look at that, that's loam, and we're getting horrendous yield. All because we got mugged off by precision farming, let's be honest. It's technically stolen our nitrogen out the field as well. When really this should be the 125. We should be getting maximum yield on this. So when you think about it, at the end, when we calculate how much we're going to pick up from this field, we would have got a lot more. We really would, because it's not a bad field. I mean, there's a tiny bit of loamy sand, but the rest is spot on. I mean, sandy loam and loam are pretty good. Yeah, you've got some loamy sand there, but the majority of that field is loam. So it would have been a decent yield. It really would have. So we'll have to just wait and see. I mean, at the moment we're picking up a little bit. It's not massive. But at least we're getting some straw, and we'll make some money. I mean, most of our money is now going to be generated from silage, milk as well. Hopefully cheese as well is going to be something good and bring in some cash. But usually we get quite a big chunk of money around harvest season. We've been doing a couple of barley harvests. We started off by doing some, I think it was barley and a wheat field, whereas last time I think we doubled up and did barley in both fields. So we're now doing soybeans and some linseed, trying to mix things up a bit. Have done canola as well at some point. So we normally get quite a bit of an influx in cash around this time. after we've waited for the right time to sell. But I think we're not going to be able to match our yield, nowhere near on this field anyway. But hopefully the soybeans will make up for that, because it's a big field. You don't have to worry about nitrogen levels in that field. So I'm expecting a good turnover in that one. Right, so we're getting there, 98%. Not too bad, really. So yeah, we're at 100%. So we're at 10,000 litres, and we've not completed the first headland. So I think this one, if we had full fertiliser on this field, we would have picked up something really good. So there's definitely potential in linseed, it seems like. The price isn't too bad as well on linseed. I mean, it looks really nice as well when you're growing it. So as it's blooming out and you've got like the flowers coming off it, it looks really nice, and then it goes dead ugly when you're about to harvest it. So we'll carry on. I think I might do 2 headland passes myself, and then I'll probably set up the course play, do auto drive as well. Bit of a montage at that point, and yeah, hopefully we'll pick up something good in the end anyway. I mean, if we just have a quick look, just to try and give ourselves an idea of how much money we're going to make from this. I think linseed's probably going to be right near the bottom. So currently we're about 450, and it goes up to 642. So it is technically less than what we get for wheat and barley, but well, it's around barley, isn't it? Really, 600. Where are we? There we go. Yeah, it's about the same price as barley. Yield wise, I'm not sure compared to barley. We'd have to check it out, but it's going to be difficult to find out. But I think, you know, we should get some good money from it. I mean, we're going to have to wait to December time anyway to sell this. If we have a look at, well, we're here, the soybeans. Look at the soybeans. Really is good money. It does fluctuate quite a bit though. But June's the time to sell, so we're not going to harvest this till probably September, October, I think it is. But we're going to have to wait till next year in June to actually sell that, so that is a bit of a shame. Soybeans harvest, yeah, October, November, so late autumn we're talking for that. Probably going to be October for us. We did plant it straight away. Linseed as well. It's a pretty good crop, really. You can plant it early on and also over the winter. And I think that's what we did. But yeah, let's crack on with it. I'll carry on now, go around the field. I'll probably do 2 headlands, like I said. I'll cut back in then, and we'll start setting up for auto drive and course play to take over. Right, so I've done 2 headland passes, as you can tell. It's not too bad, really. We've got a bit of straw. The trailer is completely full, so we're going to have to sort that out in a second. But let's try and set up this course. Now, I want to try and set this up so it can just carry on, and hopefully, fingers crossed, when we use the baler, we can also set that up as an auto drive, as a course play. Fingers crossed though. It's going to be difficult because of the fact that we're going to need, well, we're going to definitely need the headland passes to try and match up with where the rows have dropped, and it might not be possible. Definitely will be on the middle bit. That shouldn't be an issue at all. But yeah, we'll find out. So what we need to do is pick 2 headlands. We need to start work on the centre. Smooth corners. We're going to go sharp. We'll leave headland overlap. We'll try and minimise that because that's technically what I've done. I'm going to say 2% because I've technically tried to keep as far out as possible. So try and make it the width and maximising the header as much as possible without overlapping. So we're going to put that around 2%. Up and down, fine, that's no problem. We don't need to skip a row. Let it just save. And field margin, I'm going to put it at 0 because I'm hoping that it's picked up exactly where we started harvesting from. And yeah, generate field. So to me, I think that looks pretty good so far. So there's only one way to find out though, and that is to go here and open it up, and as you can tell, that's very close. Very close. I mean, a bit dodgy on this bit here, but for me doing that manually in that course there, I think that's pretty good, and we've got a good chance of it picking up what we need it to do. So let's go and try and start off first from around at the bottom corner over there. It's a shame with this, thinking about it, when I was doing the harvest then around the Headland Pass, I had a good idea to think, with it not having fertiliser, and we've used no herbicide on this field, we have weeded it manually, technically we could sell this as organic linseed, and it would give me an idea for a mod. So maybe if you don't do anything like that and you're trying to aim for kind of an organic product with no additives in it, no fertiliser, this is just straight grown crop without any minerals to try and enhance its performance, maybe we can sell it for a little bit of a better price, maybe, I don't know. That might be an option. Organic linseed, because technically it is now organic. So try and make the most out of this. Bit of bad luck. So yeah, we'll start off here from first waypoint. We also want to set this to field 6, which, if I remember, is just over there. This waypoint here, field 6. Yep, it is. So that's be fine. I will tick that just in case. I don't think I need to, but I'm going to just do it. It's kind of become a habit now. And we just want the start and the end. And then what we need to do over on this one is get rid of course plate, bring up this. We're going to do the unload combine feature, which I've just scooped past. This one's going to be field 6. There we go. And this one's going to be taken. We can get rid of some of that stuff. Cow farm, we're not going to go there. We're going to go to the arable farm, and we're going to go to the farm silo tip. And that should be spot on. So if we just set that going, it should go to its waypoint. If we have a look as well, I have got some turning points down at the bottom over here. And I've also got one where it branches out, as you can see there. There should be another turning point. But I have got to look at this because I have changed a few bits with the farm. So I'm hoping that it's not over where that bale pad is now. I don't think it is. Let's just check over here. It doesn't look to be. It looks that it's just here, swings around and so on. It seems like it's manually done its own turn there, which is pretty good. So we'll just wait until he's in position, and then we can take off. Oh, he's going to go straight to the silo, obviously, because he's full, which is fine. So what we can do now is get into this and start course plate, first waypoint, off you go. Jobs are good, and this all this needs to be is matching, which it is. So he's already at 36%, so it won't be long before he fills up. But make sure that straw is activated, which it is. And we just want to quickly just watch this. I thought while he's doing the trip, we can have a look at the linseed, see what the texture looks like. I don't know if anyone's done linseed yet, but you can tell it's a pretty nice texture. It's not too bad at all. And we've already got 20,000 litres from it. So I'm going to make an estimated guess here, a complete guess. I'm going to say we are going to pick up 45,000 litres from this field. I am completely guessing. There's no math in that. Again, I've done the same thing on this trailer. Same as I did on the other one. The other one was the silage conversion of it, whereas this is mainly for the arable and grain cart. But you can see that I keep missing that patch there. I need to change that to red. So I must remember to do that. But yeah, it's all done. It's all started. So what we'll do at some point is we'll set up the baler to go from where he started. So we'll do the inland passes first. And then eventually, hopefully, we'll set him going around the edge of the field and he'll pick up from where I started off doing manually. It did look pretty good, so I'm hopeful that works a treat. But we need that trailer to get back ASAP. It might be time soon, to look at upgrading the trailer, but my only issue with that is this auto drive network that I've got set up. It is tailor-made for certain size equipment. It really is. Even though our fields are quite big on this map, the roads and the lanes and all the turning apexes are quite tight. So I'd have to probably redo some of the corners, especially heading into the silo and so on. But you never know, we might be able to get a bit of an upgrade because 20,000 litres in a trailer, especially when we do the soybeans, is going to be pretty tricky unless we double up and get another trailer, which is something we can do. Trailer-wise, I'm not entirely sure what I've got. I think I might have just the one I have. I've got an old bale trailer there that I bought recently just to cart some of the pallets when we do that, because the other one's been taken up by the wool. I thought just a cheap one like that would do perfectly for the cheese. But if we have a look at our bale loaders, you can see that I have actually got a Marshall one as well, and this one that's auto load. So we're pretty spot on with them. And then obviously that low loader that's absolutely brilliant. It really is. So yeah, I think now is a perfect spot for me to do a montage, getting this whole field done, sorted and baled. And we'll have a look at the end, see how much we get. Hopefully it's not going to be too bad, but fingers crossed we haven't taken a massive hit on it not being fertilised.
Now every day since I woke up, I can finally see I'm demons enter in my head and they destroy everything. My demons tell me that I'm useless and I don't have anything. Then it's quiet. 'Cause they are lying. Oh, so quiet. They are lying. Lately I have learned that they come and they go just as fast. They are slowly fading through the smoke and I can hear myself think I'm Demons enter in my head and they destroy everything. My demons tell me that I'm useless and I don't have anything. Then it's quiet. 'Cause they are lying. Oh, so quiet. They are lying.
Right, so welcome back. That is field 6, all done and harvested. Got pretty good yields. It wasn't obviously the best we couldn't get. We could have done a lot better, but we just got under 70,000 litres, so it's not too bad really for a field this organic, let's say, and not fertilised. And we did well as on the straw bales. We got 33 straw bales. We obviously would have got more than that, but for what we need, that's perfectly fine. I have stacked them here, used the auto load trailer, and I've just plonked them here, so we'll put them away manually. Probably fill this up just because it's easier to get to. We've got a load of hay bales that I've been feeding from this point. As soon as that's empty, then I'll probably take from here. Just try and keep this full, because then that's the main stock that I need pretty much. I can hold quite a bit in these little sheds, so the amount that's in there will do us for some time. But yeah, not bad at all. 70,000 litres, and picked up quite a lot of straw as well from it. Now I have set up another courseplay. We're doing the mulching already. So I went over this manually after with the baler, picked up all the little bits of straw, and I just thought we may as well start it off doing the mulching as well. So we've got a bit of a courseplay going in this field, and we'll get this field sorted next time. Whatever we grow in this, we're going to make sure that we don't lose the nitrogen this time around. And if we do spot it, I'll probably keep checking every time I'm on to record a video on this series. I'll check and make sure it hasn't. And if it has, we'll revert back to a previous save game, because I still don't know what the cause of that was. It's obviously a bit of an issue, so I'm hoping it doesn't happen again. We're lucky with the soybeans, because even if it did do that, we'd still take no hit, because it doesn't require any fertilizer, so no nitrogen on that one. But I think overall pretty good. I mean, progressing now until the next episode, we're going to take a massive jump in time. I mean, we are pretty much right in the middle of summer. We're going to skip all the way through summer. There isn't anything else we need to do now. Just pretty much processing through cheese, selling some milk. As soon as the silage is ready, I'll start taking that to the biogas plant. But I think I'll do all that stuff in between this episode and the next one. We'll take a bit of a break now, and yeah, we'll come back in autumn so we can actually do the big harvest on the soybeans. And we'll come up with a plan as well for what we're going to grow next. I do want to try some new crops. I'm thinking of sunflowers, something along them lines. And I mean, we could have a quick look now to try and get our head around something. Don't really want to be doing root crops just yet, because of the fact I need more money for better equipment, especially with these field sizes. We'd have to probably put some root crops in a smaller field until we can get some really big equipment to tackle a bigger field. But you never know, we might be able to mix things around. We could even look at getting a small field just for some potatoes or sugar beets. But I think we could go with corn, we could go with sunflowers, we've done soybeans, we've pretty much done all these now, all them lot. And yeah, I'm liking the idea of sunflowers, to be honest. Sunflowers, could even do sorghum, but sorghum's pretty much like linseed and the other grain. So I'd say linseed, I'd say sunflowers. I think we should do 2 fields of sunflowers, and we could even look at some of the production side of things on that, making some vegetable oil or sunflower oil. I know canola is technically vegetable oil, so when you do buy vegetable oil at home in the UK, that's made from rapeseed, so it's made from canola. So that's the whole point in it, to make vegetable oil. It's supposed to be more healthy than sunflower oil, but I don't know. I just know what it's for. Anyway, I think on that point I'm going to leave the video there. So thanks for watching. Really do appreciate it. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, give it a thumbs up, because that does help my channel out. Really do appreciate that every time. And also, if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator.